All right, hello everybody. Welcome to our next unit in Speech and Debate 1. We're going to be starting our basic argumentation unit. What we are going to begin talking about today are the basic components of an argument and how we make a successful argument, which you guys will learn how to do with anything and everything over the course of this unit in our class. Now, there are three basic components of a successful argument that we're going to start talking about today. Every successful argument is going to have these components. The first one is what we call a claim. Now, a claim is the statement that you are trying to prove. So this is the thing that you are arguing, essentially. We're going to use an example. My claim is that cheese is good. There's all this delicious cheese that we're going to argue about. Now, I have to prove that that claim is true somehow, some way, right? Like, I can't just say that cheese is good and expect for everybody to believe me, right? I have to have some reason behind my claim. That reason in an argument is called the warrant, the reason why my claim is true. So what you have to do when you're arguing is think of something that's going to help to prove your point, something that's going to convince the person that you are arguing with, an audience, a judge, whoever is evaluating the claim that you are making, that your claim is correct. So, if I want to prove to you that cheese is good, I have to have some reason why it's good, right? So I could say cheese is good because cheese has nutrients. Okay. Now that alone gives me some information. Not a ton of information, but some. It helps to start getting me there, right? Now, that's not the most convincing thing in the entire world, though. There's a next step, a third part. In order to really convince the person that your claim is true and that that reason, matters in some way and isn't just something that you're saying, you have to have a final component of the argument. And that is what we call our impact. An impact is the reason why our claim matters, right? So I can tell you that cheese has nutrients, but that doesn't really give you any specific reason why cheese is good. In order to really make that claim, I have to tell you why it matters, right? That cheese has nutrients and therefore cheese is good. So I could say cheese is good because cheese has nutrients, and we need nutrients to survive. And there you have it. That sentence contains all three pieces of a basic argument. Now, it's very short and to the point. It's missing a lot of stuff that you would typically see in an argument that you would use in a professional debate setting. So the final thing that we're going to be talking about a lot as we go through this unit is a component called support. We use support to give our arguments more credibility. These can be things like evidence that we find, that we research, examples from our life or from current events, the news, analogies that compare our argument to other things that our opponent or our audience or our judges can understand. And we typically find this support in our warrants or our impacts, our reasons why our claim is true or our reasoning behind why that stuff matters. So if I wanted to go out and find some support to help make this cheese example sound a little bit better and be a little bit more credible to an audience, I might go do some research and I might find some evidence, right? According to Dr. John Smith, who is totally a real person, of Harvard University, cheese contains 13 nutrients essential for human survival. So now I've given you some extra information that helps solidify my warrant and my impact in your mind and helps you buy that argument and that claim a little bit better. These are just the basic components. We're going to spend a ton of time going over how we formulate this stuff, how we find it, and how we work through it for use in debate in this unit.